The blocking in phase of a realistic painting can often be the most tricky stage to overcome. It is often referred to as the ugly phase. Here are my 5 best tips to getting through this phase with a logical and straightforward process. Hi, my name is Carla Grace. I am a realistic wildlife artist specializing in acrylic and oil paint. I share my process openly for everyone to follow along with in my tutorial platform, which you can find in the link in the description below. Today's video is the blocking in section from a realistic snow leopard portrait that I am doing in acrylic. This tutorial breaks down the phases of how I like to work realistically with acrylic paint to create a stunning snow leopard portrait with brilliant fluffy tones and textures. If you would like to see this full tutorial, please head over to my tutorial platform. Otherwise, I'd love to share my top 5 tips for getting through the blocking in phase of this particular portrait and realistic wildlife art as a whole. So I'll see you again at the end. Tip 1. Start with the anchor points. Before I even start worrying about the fur or the detail, I want to establish the key anchor points, and these are essentially the darkest areas, almost the pure black kind of areas that dominate the key features in the painting. They help to lock in the structure into place, kind of like the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and in this example, the black markings. This makes the painting feel far less overwhelming because when you simplify it into just this key collection of shapes and contrast, instead of trying to paint everything at once, we're just creating a framework that we can start working around. It's also another way for me to really start establishing those outlines in the painting. So I leave my grid up over the outlines that I've already established, and I work with these black sort of anchor points and readjust my outlines using these markings. Tip number 2, focus on the eyes first. In this example, I'm focusing on the eyes, but generically, I would say focus on the focal element in the painting first and establish the blocking in within that area before moving on to the rest of the painting. This is a really nice way to get to know the colors, the feel of the painting, before launching into the wider application of the blocking in phase. You'll notice that I'm constantly adjusting the colors as I go, making it slightly warmer, slightly cooler, adding a bit more vibrance, a bit more shadow. And this is just a way of my way of getting to know the paint and the colors, the combination and the textures. And since acrylic dries quickly, moving through this process as fast as I can allows me to work wet on wet. So I'm creating soft blends within the smaller shape quite quickly as I go. The important thing here is to get the structure of the eye feeling believable quite early on, because once the eyes or the focal area starts working, then the rest of the portrait can come together quite quickly. Tip number 3, layer the acrylic paint instead of trying to blend it. One of the biggest mistakes artists can make with acrylic is trying to blend it in the same way that you would with oils. For fur textures especially, I'm thinking of them in terms of the layers that is going to be required to create the tonal differences in the texture and the features, rather than blending the colors side by side like you would with oils. This blocking in phase is more about placing color and creating a foundation that the future layers can build on top of. So everything is creating the foundation for the next layer and the next layer, rather than trying to get everything in the first application. We're not looking for perfection, we're looking for close enough so that the next layer can get even closer. So this layered approach creates much more depth and realism versus overworking the paint too early. The more layers that you add with acrylic paint, the more depth your fur or feathers will have. So acrylic, it really rewards your patience in this sense if you're wanting to paint something realistically. Building things up slowly tends to create a much softer and much more natural effect. Tip number 4, follow the fur. As I'm blocking in all of these colors and different sections, I'm working in the same direction as the fur is in the reference photo. Each stroke of my brush mimics the natural pattern that I see in the fur, and it's all building up the textures that's overall going to create the realistic effect of that soft, fluffy fur in the snow leopard. Even though this is a really early layer, the brushwork is already helping describe the form and the movement of the animal. So I'm not randomly placing texture. I'm using that direction of the brush to help reinforce the structure of the face, the shoulders, the body. This becomes particularly important later on because all those layered marks, they start to work together to create that realistic fur texture. Even with larger brushes and loose layers, the direction of your brushwork still matters a lot. Tip number 5, work dark to light. When I'm building these fur layers, in this initial blocking in phase, I prefer to work from the darker mid-tones towards the lighter areas. And that gives me a much stronger value structure underneath as a foundation before I begin introducing highlights and finer details. At this stage, I'm still using quite muted colors and staying in the darker range because the brighter opacity layers will sit on top of this as its foundation. A lot of beginners will go too light too early and then they lose the depth in the painting and it can look quite flat. So for this blocking in phase, I'm really just trying to establish the foundation and the overall color relationships before I move into the more refined layers and detail in the painting. Thank you for joining me in today's video. I hope that you got something really helpful out of it. If you would like to see the full tutorial for that snow leopard portrait and many more, please head over to my tutorial platform. You can find the link in the description below. If you would like to see more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and follow. You know what to do. And I will see you again in the next tutorial.